It's been almost 2 weeks since I built the budget exhaust for my square body Chevy. In this video, we're gonna go over the goods, the bads, and if I had to redo this exhaust again, things I would change. First, let's get it moved. Nice and quiet. All right, welcome back. This video, we're gonna go over the budget exhaust I built for my square body Chevy last time. So if you guys are new here, I'm gonna go ahead and link that video up here so you can catch up on the process we did for it. We're gonna go over some of the goods, the bads, and if I had to change one or two things on this exhaust that I built for it, after driving it in the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna go over it together. So let me show you how the headers are holding up, because that's the best thing. On my truck, I went ahead with some long tube headers. These headers I found off the marketplace, they were 40 bucks. I was gonna go ahead and Cerakote them, but I went ahead and used some of the VHT black paint. This stuff right here, it was only like $15 a can. And I can tell you what, after 2 weeks of driving, doing the heat bake cycles, they're doing pretty good so far. I expected them to honestly flake right off the brake, but they really, I think they did a damn good job. So I went ahead and sandblasted the headers, and then I went and sprayed like 3 coats on it, and I went through a bake process using my big oven. I didn't want to do Cerakote because I always knew these were not the forever headers. So we went something cheap. And I'm not gonna lie, the VHT, the flame proof, it's up to 2000 CFM. 2 weeks of driving on it so far, pretty happy. Not gonna complain on it. They have not instantly flaked like I expected. Sometimes you use that cheap header paint and that stuff just instantly goes off. But like really, like look at it. That right there, it's still on there pretty damn good. I'm pretty happy with that. And while I was at it, I went ahead and just rerouted the sparkler wires, cut them, shortened them up so they weren't sitting hanging over the edge there. I am a lot happier. And let me tell you what, the way this truck sounds now, it is on point. So the base of the exhaust system, long tube headers is what we have on it. Unsure of the brand. Again, they're a marketplace deal. Got a builder's kit for 2.5-inch exhaust, mild steel. So I went ahead and did 2.5-inch exhaust. Again, it's tough to see, but you can't see that exhaust sticking out the bottom. Just that little bit where the headers poke out, right down yonder there. You'll see them right there. But I'm super pumped on the way it came out. Not expensive, budget friendly. For me, I wanted to make sure this exhaust system was a budget friendly because I want to make sure anybody can do the same thing. Whether you have some basic mechanical skills, if you have a welder, or even a way to cut some steel pipe, you can do this stuff. And if you really want to get after it, just buy the stuff. It ain't that bad. You went ahead and seen me. This is the first exhaust system I've ever built from scratch. Typically my brother does it and helps me out with that stuff, but I said, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself. What's the worst that can happen, right? On a good note, the exhaust was budget friendly, under 400 bucks to have total investment between steel piping, the headers, the paint, miscellaneous brackets, and some turn downs. Budget friendly exhaust on the square body Chevy, not too bad at all. The sound on it, again, it came out really good. I'm so happy because I realized when I cut the pipes and I took them off, it was 2 different sizes. Again, whatever was on this truck before was like 2 1/4 and some looks like, and I knew I was gonna change it. So driving this truck, I can tell you, it has done a tremendous world of difference. The truck feels smoother under transition. I didn't expect to pick up any major power, but long tube headers and a better flowing exhaust, and we ran it through some Flowmaster Super 40s, looks like. That thing has now probably picked up, I don't know, maybe 10 horsepower, if that, but it feels smoother and it runs so much freaking better. So definitely a plus on that. I'm so glad that I was able to get the exhaust done on the truck because it really needed it, really needed it. Now we're gonna go ahead and do this little drive on the truck so you can hear what it sounds like on the inside. Now, I haven't mentioned how much I love driving these square body Chevy trucks. Let me just tell you, the best trucks, I dare to say, GM ever made, these right here. I definitely will say the exhaust in this truck now is a little bit deeper, which I'm happy for. That little 2 1/4-inch exhaust just didn't sound right, and it was leaking and stuff like that. So to have it now the 2.5-inch, the sound better, the performance too is like, it definitely loads in a lot smoother. I'm very happy. I feel like the truck drives a lot better. In terms of exhaust, things I would have changed, I would have liked to have done stainless steel exhaust on the truck, but with the budget in mind, it just wasn't gonna make it. So I went with just mild steel because I feel like I'm gonna change it anyways. This being the first exhaust I installed, I got it up super high in the chassis also. So I wanted to add an XPIPE, but where I put the pipes at, the way I routed the exhaust going over the crossbar and up along the frame rails, one thing I wish I would have done, maybe go a little bit lower, put an XPIPE on it. Pretty good. Yeah, XPIPE would have been nice. It would have gave it probably a little bit more of that raspiness, but you know, next time I'll do it on the exhaust. This was just a budget, and I'm so happy to say that I was able to get it done in time, and it sounds notably different. It's funny how a little thing like exhaust, a simple budget, can make a vehicle or a truck feel so much different. The last thing I still need to do is I need to build tailpipes. So my vision for what I've seen underneath the truck is I'm gonna need some 45-degree pipes to go up over the rear, kick it down, and then I'm gonna probably see if I can just go out. I wanna kick it right at the back of the bed line. So for right now, I'm not upset. It doesn't have very much drone. Honestly, the windows are open, so it's a little bit more noise, but the exhaust is not droning in this truck with what I have set up on it now. I have the turn downs just kick down a little bit to the bottom. I think it does a pretty good job. And again, it pulls great. Pulls great. Now I said this exhaust was a budget build, and everything I do on this truck, I like it to be a budget build. Because right now, everything is so freaking expensive. Modern cars and trucks are disgustingly overpriced. And they've got so much kind of control that's gonna be a problem where most people are gonna wanna find these cars and trucks, especially these trucks, and be able to rebuild them again. You can do it on a budget. And everything I do on this truck just shows you that. Take your time, plan it out, and just stick to it. You can get it done. Not the most impossible. And not everybody has the capabilities to do it. So I just like to make sure I make these videos to give you guys some ideas, give you some inspiration. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. You guys watching all my videos, it helps me keep this stuff going, is a huge help, tremendous help. And all the parts I used on the prior video like I did before, I'll link it down in the description for you guys so you can get an idea, maybe build together a parts list or a wish list on what it is you want to do on your old square body Chevy. Now the biggest change I would have done if I had to redo this exhaust would be headers. Either I would get a better set of long tubes that fit higher up in the truck, or I might have gone shorties, like the mid-length ones. That would have allowed me to get the pipes to run a little bit higher so I didn't have to do such a drastic kick over the cross member, and I could have brought it down a little bit, and I could have easily put an X-pipe in there. So that would have been my biggest change if I had to redo it again. But I'll tell you what, I'm not upset at all with it. I am so happy how this exhaust came out, and at the cost it took me to do it, it was really time. Money was the thing, but like I said, less than 400 bucks in it. Dude, you go anywhere and you're gonna pay sometimes double that for an exhaust. And you may not be as happy because sometimes you'll be meticulous about stuff. I know I am. You know, you pay someone to do work and they may not do the same quality, and it bothers you. It bothers me. I'm more upset that I paid for a service or something like that and I'm not happy with it. And if you don't say something, they'll never know. It's just a learning thing, that's all I would say. So I'm very happy with this exhaust. I'm happy with the truck. I'm happy where it's going so far, because the next thing I want to do is, I don't know, maybe do some wheels. After I put some miles in the truck, when I get back to the house, I'm going to show you guys the headers, just so you can see that that paint really doesn't flake. For a $15 can of paint, a couple coats, baked through the process, I would say if you're looking for something cheap and easy, it's the way to go. Cerakote is something you want it to be long-term. I've done Cerakote for a lot of clients, and on my nice headers I have, but on something on budget friendly, not everybody has the stuff to Cerakote. So I was really happy to say that these cans of paint did the job the way it's supposed to. Now if you're against doing something like, you know, VHT heat paint, or you think it'd be better off to Cerakote, I want to hear it, throw it down in the comments. What do you think would have been the better choice? I'm happy with the VHT paint on a budget setup, because I know a lot of you guys are going to probably be doing the same thing, going to an auto parts store looking for a paint, and you want to see it in real world action. Again, the biggest thing you have to do is blast them down, paint them, and you got to heat them. Now, not everybody has a giant oven like I do. Again, I do a lot of powder coating and stuff like that for my clients, but if you don't have an oven, you got to run through the heat cycle of the engine, shut it down, cool it down. I personally think the oven does make it easier, but I'd be curious if you guys have had good success, so throw it down in the comments. I want to know if you've had good success baking these headers, using the paint, running the engine and shutting it down. All right, error number one done. back to the house. Let's take a look at this exhaust and see how it really held up after a drive, just so you guys knew. All right, we're back. It's a little bright out here though, but show you guys a little bit on these headers. So like I said, they didn't really flake at all. They seem to be baking better the more you let them sit, but I think long term they're gonna do pretty good. So that VHT paint, if I were to give you a 1 out of 10, 10 being the best, probably give you like a 5 or so. I can start to see a little discoloration, but it'll do the job. Not too worried. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with the way the exhaust is coming out of this truck. Again, if I haven't told you guys early in the video as well, I love driving a square body Chevy truck, and it fits the bill every single time you take it out. Freaking love it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up at this point. The next video you see, I'm actually gonna be in the Outer Banks, North Carolina. So you're gonna see this video probably Friday go up live, but Saturday that weekend, I'll be up there for their Hot Rod Fest. It's gonna suck. It's supposed to rain Saturday. So Friday, I'll be out there getting as much content as I can, enjoying a little bit. And then Saturday sounds like it's gonna be a wash. So square body will not be out there because I don't feel like driving at this event, because I've never been to the OBX Hot Rod Fest event. We will go to the Truck Fest in November, so make sure you look out for that, because that's the same one I drove this truck all the way to last year. Excited for that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you're here new, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more kind of content like this, because I appreciate every single one of you guys that watch all my videos and let me keep the content going. So absolutely love it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.